Interesting. We're standing in the Wingamm booth at the Florida RV SuperShow. This is the team we met yesterday. You are?
Hello. Hello, everybody.
That's Lorena. She's being very modest. And this is Tony.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. And
I'm Lance Linscott, the Wingamm, Utah General Manager.
Fantastic. Let me get on my phone here. We're actually doing this from the Wingamm booth. We got a big hours worth of content for you. Hang tight, folks. You know what? Just going to do this. Okay. All right.
All right.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to spin this around, and we'll do this. There we go. Holy cow.
All right. Selfie style.
I know.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Thank you for
Thanks
being
for
patient
tuning
with
in.
us. Yes, this is great. What we're going to do today is, and if everybody looks here, that's great. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. As handsome as you are, this is the camera. All right. And what we're going to do today is do a walkthrough of these brand new vehicles. Who am I missing? Lorena.
There we go.
And the interior, wait till you see it. It's pretty spectacular. And we're going to do some technical Q&A and go through some of this. Is that right?
100%.
Okay. I'm going to spin the camera back around. We're going to show you this display. And let me know if you see an RV dealer, RV brand,
RV brand, Wingamm.
do this. To me, it feels like a Ferrari or a Bentley at a car show. This
You
display.
read my mind, Scott.
Or AMG. That's pretty cool. Or fancy watch. I don't know. All right. Thanks. People are coming in. Appreciate that. That was kind of a rough start. It wasn't my fault 100%. All right. Here we go. And whoa. And for me, for the first time, my name is Scott. So it's Lance, Tony, and Lorena, all the way from Italy.
Yes.
How's Olive Garden here in America?
We are.
Sorry once again. I didn't understand.
He's asking how the Olive Garden is.
Italian food.
All good. No, it was. That
was a joke.
No, we had the super dinner yesterday evening.
Yay.
No, I can't complain. Absolutely. No.
Olive Garden's
it
very
was
popular
Very
here.
nice.
All right. First of all, I got to give kudos to this booth. I mean, it's really spectacular, right? And I'll show you folks where to come in. Let's go this way. I want to show this booth is still being put together. The show opens on Wednesday. Industry Day is tomorrow, so we'll be walking around here tomorrow. Again, have you ever seen a RV brand showcased like this? Can I show brand C over here? Normally it looks like this, which is fine. This is just a different deal, a much better deal. The wonder of Wingamm. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do an interior tour of this vehicle. This is which one is this, Tony?
So the exterior is the Fashion Edition wrap. If you want to turn the camera over so everyone can see, it's actually the Wingamm logo in a step and repeat pattern. It's called the Fashion Edition.
Yeah, it's super cool. So we're going to do a tour of the inside. We'll do some,
That's right. That's
walk
right.
through some of that.
And so the inside is one of 3 interiors that are part of our capsule collection, which is our upgraded interior. The model you'll see today is the Metropolis, which is this stunning monochromatic black and white design.
Yeah, wait till you see it. It's really spectacular. All right, I'm gonna follow you in. And again, this is the U.S. version. So if you were here a couple of years ago, saw that this is
Absolutely.
the legit
This
US
is
model.
These are all
U.S. models.
U.S. models.
Lorena, good job. Good things take time. All right, I'm gonna follow you in, and then we're
Okay.
going to show some of this.
Are we going to start on the outside or do you want to start on the inside?
Let's see the inside. That's where the juice
Okay.
is.
After you.
All right, after me. What?
After you.
I don't think we're all going to fit it.
Yeah.
Let's.
Let's do it.
Yeah, it's so different. I mean, just the quietness, right? Can we close the door?
Absolutely.
The golf carts drive me crazy. So there's, I think, a few things to point out. If you don't know, this is the bed above, one of, right? This is a pull-down bed. I'll step and change position to demonstrate that. But again, just looking at, it feels residential, like a high-end Swedish Italian,
Italian.
Italian
Studio apartment.
studio apartment. And what's the measurements again?
The overall length
Yeah,
is 17 feet, 10 inches long. The width is about 8 feet, and the height is about 10 feet.
And to put in perspective, and Honda Odyssey is just like
Is 10 inches shorter
10
than
inches
a Wingamm
shorter. And-
Oasi 540.1.
Yeah, and let me switch it around. And my van, to put it in perspective, my van is 22.
I actually want to show you doing something, Scott. Can I
Yes.
have the camera for a second?
Yeah, spin back around. Thanks for being here, folks. This is YouTube Live. Sorry.
Okay. I want to show Scott.
People,
So we are inside the U.S. Wingamm Oasi
Yep.
540.1. So Scott, look at all your viewers at home. Now do me a favor. Like Superman, spread your arms. Spread your arms. Spread your arms.
I had
Okay, so that is the Wingamm difference.
and I've got
That
like
you can spread out your arms entirely, and you are not touching either side.
yeah,
And that is made possible by Wingamm's custom fiberglass monocoque shell,
oh my god,
which is an innovation
look at that! It's like 2 feet.
that is an exact. Here, let me show.
So, every other Class B car compact motorhome ends here. You've got
Yep.
6 inches on each side that gives you an overall
Space.
1 foot
Yeah,
additional space.
Sort of what we call everything made in America when you enter is the turn to the side, right? You have to sort of turn to the side to
the
sort of
hallway
shuffle,
shuffle. Yep.
to shuffle back and forth. But Wingamm has this voluminous interior.
Yeah,
And
it's
Go ahead, Scott.
it's just it defies the size once you get inside. I mean, it's small on the outside, but once you get inside, you're like, it doesn't feel. It's open, but it's
To give
it's-
everybody some context at home, I'm 6'1", and I can stand.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Right here.
And with your
in the
shoes, you're
base.
probably about 6'2".
Yeah, and then of course
Yeah.
over here you have much more.
That's a good point.
And so this voluminous interior, Scott, is made possible by Wingamm's custom fiberglass monocoque shell because what you're standing under, which is Wingamm's drop-down bed, their patented drop-down bed, is only made possible because it is recessed in the ceiling and attached to the monocoque shell. So by having the recessed bed in the ceiling when it's not being used, you are able to open up the entire floor plan space because you're not allocating any floor plan space to the bed. And so what you end up with is a dining room.
Yeah.
Scott, Lance, you guys want to sit in the dining room?
Yeah.
So
And we're
you
gonna
can
show
see
this
there's
in
space
good
between
5 people. here.
there's space between Lorena and Scott to fit
I can
one or
move the
two
table. Yeah, there we go.
additional people.
Let me get my foot grab.
There's the driver's seat that would seat an additional person. So you can
Yeah.
easily seat 5
1, 2,
people
3, 4, 5.
in a dining
100%.
room table in a Class B motorhome that is 17 feet, 9 inches long. And that is, again, because we are not having to allocate any floor plan space to the bed because it is recessed in the ceiling.
And this is, if you're coming to the show or if you've been looking at vans for a while, you're going to see this is very different than everybody else. Tony, if you can hold that a little more horizontal. Yeah, don't do vertical. There you go. What you're going to see in a lot of RVs is lagoon tables. And some of these tables attached to Lance knows what I'm talking about. And some attached to the wall. This one clearly isn't, which makes way more space here. So we're going to demonstrate this in a minute, but this is just genius. I've never seen this before.
Also swivels.
yeah, that's
this
right.
way,
You know,
so
while you
it's
guys are
like
sitting there, why don't you swivel the table and just show how
How do I do that?
So-
Lance? Or this is the CEO of Wingamm, by the way.
yes.
In here doing demos. How many RV dealer or RV brand?
So let's say
this
you want to work.
increases your workspace significantly.
Lance,
yeah.
you're on the mic.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. That's a great point.
So yeah, this swivel table gives you plenty of workspace if you're in the kitchen, or you could have people sitting here doing other activities while somebody is preparing food. You're not going to find a kitchen block in something under 20 feet long that has this much counter space in it. Most of the vans are going to have just the space where your cooktop is.
Yeah.
I'm going to just add something to what Lance was saying. So what's so magical?
Make sure the microphone's there.
Okay.
We went to YouTube class today. But
I'm doing the hand switcheroo here. So what I think is one thing that is so magical about the swiveling dining room table is, do you want to hold this, Scott?
Yeah.
It's hard for me to.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for your patience. We're
Is
doing good. And there's so many buttons on this phone.
Let's turn around here and just show where the TV would be mounted,
Yes.
which is right above, right here.
TV would come here, would be fitted here, so you can easily see it from the front seats and from the drop-down bed as well. So
would it have
Day
a
and
bracket then?
yes, this here with the support here, and then you can pull it out or turn in different positions.
Pivots, yeah.
Yes.
So wouldn't that be fantastic to sit where Lance is sitting? You're working on your laptop, eating your dinner, and watching TV directly in front of you. Or, and we'll demonstrate this in a little bit. I don't want to pull it down because Lance is below the bed. But when you pull the bed down and you're laying in the bed, you can watch the TV directly in front of you.
Although you're probably watching the stars go by, not
That's right. We'll get to that.
stars dance.
We can't give it all away at once. We can't give it all away at once.
Right. I'm just so excited to be in here. It's really incredible.
Thank you. And one thing too that I kind of want to springboard off of what Lance was saying. So when you look at the kitchen block, which is pretty much twice the size of anything you'll find in any compact motorhome in America. So to give you perspective, the reason why we're able to make it twice the size is because if you think about every compact motorhome in America, they're all built in cargo vans, and all those cargo vans have the sliding door. So they have to create ingress and egress for people to come in and out of, so you can't have it blocked by your kitchen. But because Wingamm is built inside of its custom fiberglass monocoque shell, and the entry door is a elegant formal entry door that's not a clunky sliding cargo van door, we can allocate then all that space where the cargo van door would be to this very long
kitchen. Because most of them are this long. They have an extension like what I have.
Flip up
thing. So there's plenty of work surface here. This is propane. Is there a propane delete option, or is it?
Yeah, so one of the options will be an induction cooktop that will be able to work off the included 2,000 watt inverter, and they're going to come standard with 200 amp hours of a Victron lithium battery power.
Say it again.
200 amp hours of lithium Victron battery power, and the 2,000 watt inverter will also be a Victron.
Okay.
And one thing, Scott, I can't help myself, that I don't want to get lost. I doubt it is. I'm sure everyone at home is admiring the kitchen and the backsplash, but this is Wingamm's attention to style and detail. Is look at this back illuminated.
Yeah, I mean just
backsplash. So, of course you have the function of storage,
right? But
then you have the benefit of style.
It's really
and that is
nice.
And then, I can't help but point out the little nuances. If you turn the camera just a little bit to the right, at the front door, you see the Wingamm branded.
Let me try this. We're having an audio problem. I don't know why. Let me hold like this. Hang tight, folks. Like YouTube Live, it's always exciting. Hang tight. So Roy's watching.
Hi, Roy. Thanks for joining.
Hold on.
We miss you.
There, that should. Okay, let's try that. Okay. Okay, Roy, let me know if that works any better. But yeah, and it's not cheap marine vinyl or something like that. It's a very solid surface.
Yes, a very solid surface.
Yeah.
Yes. Specially painted for us because we wanted a special color as well. So yes, it gives design and also the opportunity to store something in a kitchen block, and it is retro illuminated, so it light very good the kitchen block where you need more light.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
It's
Right.
really.
And Lorena, talk about how it's integrated into the fiberglass.
Yes, yes. Our best features, or the most important thing by Wingamm, it is the monocoque cabin. which make difference between Wingamm and all the other RVs. Monocoque cabin is a very solid, sturdy structure with double shell, so a shell outside shell in fiberglass and inside another one in fiberglass, and in the middle there's polyurethane, which is a very good insulation material, which is the same used in the refrigerator. So we have a super good insulation, and as you can hear, we don't hear any noise inside these vehicles. So outside is very noisy, but inside is very quiet. So this is super acoustic insulation as well.
Scott, I'm curious. Scott, I'm curious. What is your first impression of the sound level when you're inside? Because I think it's important for everyone at home to know that there's like it's like a construction site.
Yeah.
We're at the Florida RV SuperShow. The day before it opens, there are trucks and saws and lifts and tractors and all kinds of stuff happening. And what do you hear? Let's all ask Scott what he hears.
Nothing. That's the short answer. I mean, there's very noisy golf carts. There's trucks going by. You can tell that there's deadening. I mean, it's the
Yeah.
monocoque again, right?
Yeah.
It's
This is,
I mean, it's weirdly quiet. It would probably, I'd have to have a window open just to have some background noise, or put a white noise thing in here. But yeah, it's.
And you know, while you're facing the kitchen cabinetry, Scott,
Yeah.
I'm going to pass the microphone to Lorena, who can talk about the construction once you go sort of right past the shell and how this is all put together.
Yes, as I said, the monocoque cabin is what make the difference. Actually, we didn't. Monocoque is one piece. Monocoque means one piece. It is mold in one piece, so no junction, no water leaks at all. But actually, we never thought about the infiltrations. Okay, this is absolutely important, but this is not what was our purpose. Our purpose was to give the best comfort inside the vehicle. So it means acoustic comfort and and a very good insulation. So with the monocoque cabin, double layer in fiberglass and polyurethane, we could achieve this. And then we were not happy with this because we always had a monocoque cabin construction since 1982, actually. But then we had a normal entry door and external doors and lockers in aluminium, made of aluminium. In 2010, we made the next level, next step forward. So we wanted to have everything done in fiberglass because we know the advantages of fiberglass in terms of sturdiness and in terms of durability in time, the value over time. So we made a great investment, and we went for we patented special hinges. We don't have them here. Okay, anyway, we patented special hinges. So we wanted to have external doors, entry doors, and lockers in fiberglass, flush fitting. So really automotive design. But what we wanted to achieve was the best insulation all over. So no thermal point, thermal bridge, nowhere. So no pieces of aluminum or metal parts inside the structure.
Yeah.
Everything's made in fiberglass.
So no wood, no metal.
Yeah.
And one thing I'll mention before
Aaron, this is live, by the way, if you hadn't noticed.
I'll mention, or I'll ask you, Scott, before Lorena continues on about the construction of the cabinetry and how that's all attached, is yesterday you did the hand test. It was a very hot
temperature on the 100%.
That's right. It was a hot day in Tampa. The sun was out. You put your hand on the fiberglass monocoque shell, and fiberglass doesn't conduct heat, but you wanted to test it for yourself because you've heard us talking about it.
Yeah.
You want to see for yourself, and then you touched your Winnebago Travato. And why don't you describe what you felt?
Yeah, it was. If you didn't see that live yesterday, now my van is wrapped in brown, so it has a little more heat capacity. But I'm telling you the difference between the monocoque exterior,
the fiberglass,
and my steel can van. It was probably at least 3, probably 4, maybe even 5 times. And it was a relatively temperate day here in Florida. Yes, this is live for everybody. It's so funny. We got some good questions. If you can get your questions in. We're going to go for a while until people are, because we got a lot to go. I mean,
We're
I
covering it
wish
all
you, I
today,
know,
Scott.
and we
We're
got one
covering it all.
microphone and one camera. My gimbal thing failed, and so I don't know. This is so funny. This is great. That's why I love.
By
this
the way,
stuff,
let's just add right now. We want to thank everybody for
Yeah.
tuning in.
It's great. Right?
Thank you guys.
My big old mug. How's that look?
You know,
On
Scott,
a Monday, right? So I'm just spin this back around. So hang in there with us. We got a big crowd. We've got almost 100 people in here. Give us a thumb up. Appreciate that.
thumb up.
But we're gonna get into the lithium a little bit, and we already see the questions coming up. Why so small of a pack, right? Air conditioning. We're gonna demo the bed. You haven't even seen the bathroom yet. OMG. Thank you, Lorena. You're holding up well. Tony, please.
Yes. So I think it's so important, and I think it's the perfect opportunity for you to talk about how quiet it was when you did your test drive yesterday, and Lorena can describe why it was so quiet and the construction of the cabinetry and how it attaches to the shop.
Yeah, so let me spin this around. So the iPhone has all these buttons now that turns your camera, so I have to be super careful. So when I was doing the test drive yesterday, now granted, this is an empty van vehicle, Wingamm, and mine has stuff. But when my rig is running down the road, it squeaks, it rattles. I can hear my plates bouncing around. This thing, it was weirdly quiet in a good way. I mean, it was, you can tell that this is, stuff's not screwed through wood into metal. It's not a lot of wood, a lot of screwing. And why the big difference?
Yeah, the difference is made by the monocoque structure, which is one piece, nothing attached and nothing screwed from outside. So nothing make any noise from outside from the structure. And then inside, we are used to glue all furnitures or cabinets to the walls of the monocoque cabin. So they are not screwed, they are glued. So no noise, no scratches inside the vehicle. So that's make the difference. It is a big work, actually. It takes a lot of time, but anyway, we never wanted to save time or money in the production on the product. So we absolutely, the mantra of my father in the 80s and today for us, for the second generation as well, the mantra is never save money on product. Product has to be the best and the best as we can, but we has to choose always the best materials. Yes, absolutely.
And it shows. And the materials are one thing. Let me just spin this around. This is a super easy example right here.
Yes.
The only is this is a great example of the fit and finish.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's flush to the wall with this little bead here.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to see it to believe it, because it's just, and that's why there's no rattles.
Obsessed with details, all of us.
Right?
We are all of us obsessed with details. Yes.
And you got to see it to believe it. But even driving yesterday, it was lightweight. It was, let me spin this around. This is really, it was really lightweight. It kind of defied what it was I was driving. It's like, look out the side mirrors, and it was like missing half the van. And there was no sway. There was no, like if you go up on a curb, my van does this. And it was just, and it was fast because it's lightweight, right?
It is, yes.
Yeah, it's great.
Can I add something?
Please.
That I'd love for
And get your questions coming in. We're going to answer those here in just a minute. We're going to, keep going, Tony.
We were talking about the construction of the cabinetry and how it's glued. I think it's very important for everyone to know at home that Wingamm is an Italian brand. All of their models are made in Italy and then shipped to America. And all of the cabinetry that you see that is beautiful and rounded, and I'm going to let Lorena describe it, but it is all made in Italy in their factory in Verona.
Yes, we are producing old furniture. Well, not just producing, but before we are projecting and then producing old furnitures at our facility in Verona since ever. We never thought to to outsource the furniture because it is very important to produce furniture which make inside the most of space. So you need to go for special molds again to produce this carved furniture cabinets, and we are using just HPL laminates, no melamine, no paper all over, just HPL laminate, which lasts in time and yes, make the difference with all other. Yeah.
And if I could add one thing that I can't resist, I can't help myself. When you're in a smaller space and the cabinetry is rounded, this is something you can't see watching at home, but when you're inside, you could talk about it, Scott, how different it feels versus having all the hard edges, the 90-degree angles that you get in all the cabinetry in American-made motorhomes. I'll let you describe it.
Yeah, let me flip this around. So we're getting some great questions. We'll take them in here in just a minute. So I think the big difference is, and the trend I'm seeing, which I'm not sure I agree with, is to alleviate that. What you'll see in the van space, I'm seeing it in the adventure vans to start with, is they cut these at an angle, or they're sloped like this, which, if you're using a sloped cabinet like this, you just lost everything in terms of capacity of that. So as we walk around, you'll see that, and this, because the cabinets are out of your way, they can be flush with the wall, and it's not in your face, which makes a huge difference. You have full size cabinets. I mean, look at these things, right?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's ginormous. I don't want to break anything. And man, and this is one of my favorite features. It's so tiny. Yeah, let me just spin this around. Because if this is a normal RV, the two things would happen. You would either have a little side, like a drip rail thing here on the edge of the cabinet, which is a good idea, because as you move stuff in and out, I mean, you should see mine, they're all banged up. So the aluminum would protect it. These Wingamm goes one step further, thank you, Lorena, is it's actually sloped. You see that? So it keeps things from falling out, which seems so obvious, right? Yeah. And it's aluminum, so it's going to protect this beautiful cabinetry. And it's actually soft vinyl right here. That's an extra touch. You didn't need to do that. And soft close too, right? Let's try that. Okay, we're going to... Nice. Oh, that is a solid close.
That's
ready?
Why it doesn't rattle.
I don't think I've seen that before either.
That's just an example of where they go above and beyond to reduce the rattling within the cabinets. Because Scott, even if your van was empty, you're going to have every one of these is going to be rattling going down the road.
And they do. They do. Okay, so we got some great questions. Let me go this way. One of the funny ones is Lance, keep the microphone. One of the sorry folks, this is really is how tall am I compared to you?
we can do that.
How can I do it?
We can do that. I'm a little taller.
Holy cow!
So I'm 6'1".
I'm like, I don't know, 5'9".
And it does angle down on the bed, but at the end of the kitchen block, I can stand up straight without. Yeah. Barely, my hair's touching the.
Yeah, and I'm
the
wearing
top.
hiking boots. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So I'm like 5'9". As I get older, I shrink. Does that normally happen?
Yes.
Yes.
I wish I could say I'm close to 6 feet tall.
Okay, so let's see if we can do this. I hope we're not making anybody too dizzy. I apologize. Let's do it like this. Please, YouTube, work on your interface. This is okay. So that was one question. Thanks, Roy, for being here. So we're going to talk toilets in a minute as we get in the bathroom, but it's a cassette toilet.
Yes, it is.
Right?
It's a Dometic cassette toilet,
which is really high quality, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's no toilet option, so you can't. There's no Lavio or
no.
Okay, that's by design. Would love to meet Lorena. Well, hurry up and get on a plane and get to Florida. Do you do factory tours in Verona?
Yes,
kind of. Yeah.
We are building a new facility, and we want to make our facility a center where customers can visit us and get a tour of the factory and eventually hire a vehicle and tour Italy as well. This is the next project, maybe 2026. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, good job. Okay, looking for questions. Margaret wants to know, Tony and team, when are they arriving in the U.S.? What's kind of current? That's probably going to be a popular question at the show.
Sure. Well,
so, yeah.
they have arrived in the U.S. We are sitting in one of the three U.S. models that are on display at the Florida RV SuperShow. In pretty much after the Florida RV SuperShow deliveries will begin, they're coming in batches. Our reservation holders are currently being converted to deposit holders with purchase agreements. So if you're interested in purchasing a Wingamm, I would do it relatively quickly. You can contact Lance, who's one of our franchise dealers. He's in Salt Lake City, Utah. We have another franchise dealer in Nashville, Tennessee. So they would be who you would get in touch with to complete your purchase order and place your non-refundable deposit to get a 2025 Wingamm Oasi 540.1.
Well said. More dealers at some point, or just kind of focusing on Nashville, great town, right? And Salt Lake City.
There certainly will be more. Right now, these are our two current dealerships.
Yeah. And Lance comes from the kind of RV van business, so he knows a thing or two, which is great.
Yeah.
So we're sounding good. This will be a common question. Oh, let me go back up here. So diesel versus gasoline. So this is a Ram Promaster chassis. So diesel's not an option. So it's gasoline. Let's just kind of get to so Ram Promaster, front wheel drive, gasoline, no all-wheel drive, no 4x4. Any questions? Not available. Yeah. That's kind of a Ram thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But this is one of the most popular platforms to build on as a motorhome caravan builder. It's the widest, which makes a giant difference, right? And front wheel drive is performed really well, as we discovered yesterday. Let's see, we got some other good questions. Roy says Scott needs whiskey at the end of the week. Yes, sir. I do. Hang tight. So diesel, we got that. Pete is saying it's definitely not a Thor.
Second that, Pete. Second that.
And that's not Thor the superhero. Yeah. This is Thor the RV.
Or a Winnebago, or any of them.
When you get in here, I can't believe it. And it's you got to see it to believe it. Feel it, really, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and this it's just a little touch. Now, some people are going to grouse you lose 3 inches or whatever. But this is, you spend time in your caravan motorhome. It's these kind of details you actually appreciate over time. 100%. Right?
When you only have 60 square feet to work with, the details are everything.
So somebody wanted to know where I plug my coffee pot in. So it'd sit right here, and then there's an outlet right here, which is easy. Pull it up.
And I'm going to let Lorena talk about where, if you do want a microwave as an option, there's 2 different places it can go.
Yes, we can fit a microwave because we have the outlet over there underneath the cupboard. Yes, right there on the work surface, and then the TV, as we said, and then if customers want to have a real oven, then we can to take up the two replace the 2 drawers with an oven. Yes.
Just to confirm, Lorena, because I'm asked this quite often, if a customer does decide to get a microwave built into their cabinetry, they will still have the cabinet at the base.
Okay. Right.
This is where the converter
and
power
electrical system.
Fuse system. There's lots of space down here. Yeah, I mean that's really. I don't know any idea the depth of that by chance.
We'll get that to you, Scott.
Yeah.
And then we've been looking at the kitchen side of the motorhome, but there's cabinetry also on the other side. And then you know what? While we're talking about storage, there's the closets behind you.
Yeah.
Let's show those.
Am I doing it wrong? Oh, I was. Yeah, look at this. It's really, again, just this attention to detail, ladies and gentlemen. Just this little beading. And this is soft cloth. Look at that. Whoo, I can get a lot of shirts in here. Yeah, it's really cool. So you can probably put shelves in here, whatever.
And Scott, don't forget about the
The
cabinet
one
below you.
Oh yeah, look at this. So lots of place to put gear. When we go outside, you'll be able to see that. It's exceptional. Yeah, this is again just a little detail.
And
The obvious thing is just put a square cabinet in here, and it's nice job. It's just so well done. Even
And-
this, just this rounded surface here, right?
And let's just point out real quick when we're talking about storage inside, let's pull down the bed and just show the storage on each side of the bed. Lance and I will come back over here, and then Lorena, do you want to show where the storage is?
Da-da-da. Yeah, that's so
So there's
beautiful. Oh, so there's storage like night stands where the lights are
On
And you
both-
can get to
on
these,
both sides, and still get to these.
as well.
You know what, Lance? Why don't you just hop up there and show?
Yeah.
Lance, want to hop up there and just show the storage?
And quickly, the dimensions of the bed, because lots of people are going to ask. 77 inches long and 52 inches wide. Very comfortable for most two
Most
people.
folks, yeah.
And you can leave it ready for beddings over there.
Thanks, guys.
So Lance is 6'1", and if he stretches out entirely, here, Lance, I'm going to hand you the mic so you can describe to everyone watching at home.
Yeah, very, very comfortable. Feet aren't hanging off the end of the bed. Again, I'm 6'1". We got a nice little skylight here that does open up vents
Open it
Yeah.
up.
and get some
Oh,
nice ventilation.
oh,
It
yeah.
does have a blackout screen. If you don't want to stare at the stars all night, which I'm not sure why you wouldn't,
There's blackout, and there's also a
and the bug screen on the other side.
Yeah.
And then again, being able to access everything from the bed, very unusual. You've got two control panels here, control all the lights in the cabin, and then you have all of your access to these cabinetry up top.
Put your hand inside the storage behind. just
And
to
this
show how
is
big it
yeah. So this is
oh, it's really
very deep. Let's see, 10 inches deep on this side. And again, you have storage up top here. This lip is about inch and a half,
Oh,
2
yeah.
inches, 2 inches
Hey,
deep.
Scott, did you get a close up of the control panels by the bed?
As close as I can get because my arm is short.
And those control panels, if people are wondering, like, what are they? It's part of the but it's part of the Firefly system. So again, you have a small control panel here. You have another small control panel here, and then the main control panel.
It's back here. Maybe to show the
Is-
folks the view from the skylight, which is
So this is your view from the skylight.
not seen from many small
Yeah.
vans, right?
Yeah.
Imagine the full moon.
Another skylight.
And we got a full moon happening.
Another skylight.
Yeah,
Two
yeah. I
skylights.
got another one here that also vents and has the blackout.
Scott, you hold
And,
the camera so Lance can open up the skylight.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. These
Oh, that feels good. Can we leave that open?
Sure is nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then we can't experience the
once
sound
again,
deadening,
folks,
you know?
That's okay. Right now, take some fresh air.
does feel good.
And again, it's
And I can sit up completely.
good point.
Yeah. So people always feel like they're trapped in a tomb. If there was a bed that came out of the ceiling, but this is nice and roomy and
you kind of put your pillows on one side and
Yeah,
kind of lean
yeah.
up against it.
right.
And I think, Lorena, you always like to say you can leave all your bedding on.
Yes.
So you pull your bed down, your pillows are there.
Bed is made
Maybe you
as
got your
soon as you
stuffed
pull it down.
animals if you're into stuffed
ready.
animals. Yeah.
And one thing to mention is the ladder to get into the bed can also store on the bed, and the bed will still lock. And the mattress for the second bed, which we'll get to in a little bit, also stores on top of the bed, and the bed system will
Oh,
lock
that's
in
cool.
place.
Okay.
Yeah.
So since the bed is down, this is probably a common question is how, go ahead, Lorena, sir.
Even in such a small compact vehicle, even if I have the drop down bed down in night position, I can sit downstairs, I can sit in the dinette, and I can still have access to the table. I can have the access to the cooktop, to the refrigerator. I can go to the restroom,
Restroom right here.
and I could even go outside vehicle because the entry door is free as well. So it is really very functional. All all available, all accessible, even if the drop down bed is down. Yeah, this is very important.
It's very important.
Yeah.
And if somebody wants to sleep up there, you can use this down here. This is another bed.
Right. Yes, it is a single bed. If I sleep with my head here, it is completely outside the drop-down bed, so there is no claustrophobic situation. It is all very open and a lot of air. Yeah.
This is really beautiful, really modern. It's a beautiful, it's like fabric, right? Not vinyl, which is great. I'm assuming these are dimmable, right?
This is soft touch
Yeah,
all
soft
over,
touch.
soft touch cloth.
It's
So,
so gorgeous. Even the flooring, ladies and gentlemen,
Very, very sturdy.
it's
But-
kind of like vinyl, but not really. It's not fabric, but
no.
it's. I like
No,
looking at floors.
It's
You
not
got-
fabric.
Yeah.
It is very, very sturdy. Yeah.
We can't give away all our trade secrets, Scott.
Oh, the hell? That's true. It's okay. They'll never catch up. You're fine. All right, Lance. Let's.
I'm gonna hop down.
Okay.
Yes, please.
And just to reiterate, two ways to get into the drop down bed: a ladder that's provided, or this is not a far step from the dinette.
Lance, hang on 1 second. I'm going to open this up so Scott can take a step back so you can show people how easy it is to get in and out using this.
Yeah.
Okay. We go out.
All right. 1, 2, 3. There he goes. Good job, sir.
Oh, yeah.
You're hired. And again, no gym membership required to put the
It's
bed
very
up or
easy to
down.
put it
Yeah.
down and up, and people are oftentimes ask, "What's the weight capacity?" So it's 750 pounds.
That is so great.
Weight capacity.
Let's kind of shift position. A couple things I want to point out, then we'll show the restroom. Thank you, Tony, for doing that. So I discovered this yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. These are pockets that can be accessed from the driver's seat while you're driving. So if you've got maps up here, something like that, sunglasses, this is where these could reside. I love this attention to detail here. Multicolored embroidery, Wingamm logo.
And while you're on details, notice the Wingamm logo right in front of you, imprinted.
Oh, no way. Can you see that? Oh, yeah, that's. All right. Can I cuss on this video?
Absolutely.
That's fucking cool. I didn't even notice that. Nothing was over me all day yesterday. Somebody commented on this. This is a great solution to curtaining off the van for thermal dynamics. So you could put your curtain around here, all this privacy, but still utilize this space. And the one you may have seen a couple of years ago, the European one, we had swing up cupboards, which were cool, but this I think is going to be way easier to deploy. Oh, that was super easy. And the thermal dynamics here with privacy is going to be real nice. So it's a rail where the curtain will go around. Super great.
Should I ask if you have it?
Curtains. Just do you want to? Or do you want to go to the bathroom? Or show the
Well,
bathroom?
let's just briefly let
Sure.
everyone at home know what they're looking at when they
Yeah.
see
Oh, that's a great idea.
curtains, pillows. We don't have the place setting, but place setting is an option. Again, this is all part of the Wingamm capsule collection. So the standard model is called the Kai Luna. Kai Luna has kind of it almost looks white, but it's like a very light gray. It comes in either fabric or leather, and then the cabinetry is gray. Everyone can see online if you go to wingamm.com or to our YouTube channel, you can see videos of the standard, which is Kai Luna. But we're inside the Metropoli, which is part of the capsule collection. There's 3 models that are part of the capsule collection. There's the Metropoli, the Costiere, and the Dolomiti. And what you get as part of the capsule collection is upgraded leather. You get the upgraded curtains and pillows, and you get the upgraded laminate. And, it's not just upgraded. Lorena, do you want to talk about where the fabric of where it comes from?
Yes, these are all Italian-made products. We are purchasing all products, all materials from Italy, except some devices which we need to purchase in the U.S. because they have to be U.S. compliant. And then all materials, laminates, fabrics, everything is Italian-made, 100% Italian-made, and we try to achieve a great relationship with our suppliers, because we know we are asking for some details I know we are asking a lot to our suppliers, but they are all good teams, so we have good relationship, and we can get all this. For example, this embroidery, which is very special embroidery and very difficult to produce, but that's what we wanted to have, so we got it. And yes, all high-end materials, as we said, we don't save a penny on materials. Absolutely.
For example, just to embellish on what Lorena just said, is the fabrics all come from Rubelli. Anybody know who knows textile makers? Rubelli is, you'll see Rubelli in world famous opera houses and in 5-star modern hotels. Nowhere in the world will you see Rubelli textiles in a motor coach, but Wingamm uses Rubelli.
Yeah, it's got a very distinct feel. Good job. The other thing is just, again, attention to detail. When, ladies and gentlemen, is the last time you saw a curtain rod at any motorhome? Usually it's a cheap old Valance, I mean, right? And the size of these windows is ginormous, right?
I'm so happy you just mentioned that, Scott.
I mean,
I want you to have a seat in the dining room.
Huge,
Let's
huge.
open up. I want to open up all of the windows and just get a feel for when you're parked,
Yeah.
when you're in the mountains, you're at the beach. When you open the windows and you're in this voluminous interior, how pleasant it is.
Yeah. Do these split?
Yeah, let's go ahead and open this.
So this is the technical tour. Really appreciate you being here. We're going to go outside here in a few minutes. Wait until you see the monocoque door.
So have a seat there, Scott. Imagine
Destruction demonstration. It's actually not the monocoque. How do I move this? I'm just not as familiar with these guys.
Imagine
oh my God, that feels good.
you're having some wine and cheese, reading a book,
Right?
or whiskey and
Bourbon and chocolate.
bourbon and chocolate, and all the windows on both sides are open. How does it feel, Scott?
You know, you don't feel like you're in a motorhome.
It's like
or in a van.
It's
RV.
it's like indoor outdoor flow that you get in a custom modern home when all the doors slide open to the backyard, right?
Yeah, it's just it's hard. We got a lot of folks in here. This is great. Over 100. Let me spin this around.
Just one thing to add too is if you imagine the windows are open and you have seating for 5 people around the dining room table, it's almost like you can entertain and have a dinner party inside a motorhome that is 17 feet 9 inches long. You'd have to go buy a bus to be able to have a dining room table that's big enough to entertain.
Without the shuffle, we got 4 people in here and microphones and everything. So it's oh my God, I love the flapping curtains. When the last time that's ever happened? That's cool. Yeah, Mama would like that.
And of course, it's got the pull-up blackout.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's right.
So the usual stuff. But man, it feels residential, but doesn't feel like grandma's house. That's what a lot of the RVs, they are kind of going for that grandma's house. And they've kind of went to some gray now, but it still feels like
More modern.
grandma's house. So this is like, let's go for a road trip. It's so great.
There's grandma's house. This is interior designer's house.
It is. Grandma's house with like Afghans and oh my God, we started. Yeah, I love this. So let's demonstrate the table quick, and then let's show the bathroom. Sorry about that.
This way.
All right. Let me sneak by here, Tommy, because the magic is down below. So you kind of push it above. There you go. Locked into place. So now there's, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead, Scott.
Then there's a little mattress that can go here, right?
Yes.
Like we talked about up here.
Yeah.
And let's pull the cushions off the back so you can see how much more sleeping space there is once you remove the back
You
cushion.
can sleep in adult without putting the table down.
I'm going to let you go
Oh,
all
like
the
for
way
a twin
around,
bed?
Scott, for
Yeah.
a view. So if you imagine the second mattress,
This is not where we go, but put it
Right.
in place to show.
It's a-
Yes, double.
how big of a second bed do you think that is, Scott?
Bigger than most. I would say it's probably almost 4x6, if not bigger. What do you think? Do you know the number?
What's that?
He's looking at Lance. That's
Oh,
the size of the bed
oh,
down
the
here.
size. Yeah, so this is 72 by 48 when
So,
it's when it's completely
So
made.
hold the camera. I'll do a sleeping
Absolutely.
demo.
Yes,
I see more
absolutely.
questions coming here.
We're going to get to everybody.
I know. Okay. We've got all day. So.
And you can take this pad
Yes.
out.
Oh, this can come out too.
Just the bottom one,
Okay. Oh, that's fine. I don't.
right? Just the bottom. Just to demonstrate
Now, Grandma would yell at me
how
for.
long it would be. Go ahead.
Oh, so that just stays up.
No, you could put you can
Oh,
take
like
it all
that.
the way off.
I gotcha.
You can take it all the way off.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, this is. I'm trying to do my fashion thing. What do you think?
You look good.
I know, right?
Should have been a supermodel.
With the TV there, wind blowing,
Yeah.
drapes flapping, whiskey thing, right? I need my sippy cup way down here for that. Yeah, it's pretty legit.
So, Scott, would you say that 2 children or 1 adult could easily sleep in the second bed?
100%. Your mom and dad up there, which they would like that, kids would, right? The color scheme is just spectacular.
Possibly 2 adults could sleep in the second bed. Scott, do you agree?
Feel like it'd be cozy or not oversized. Yeah, 100%. It's very nice. I mean, this is.
Should we give you 10 minutes to just nap and
I know.
pretend that you're at Lake Como?
Yeah, it just defies. I've been in a lot of vans overnight, and I was in the Oasi just 2 years ago, right? I would say this is a nice improvement on the color scheme, but that was very nice too. I like these light strips with the, but this is super great. Especially if you got your friend. So my other half, he doesn't like to travel in my van because it's too small. So one could be up top and one down here, and there's plenty of room he can sleep in. And it's it's just I'm just stunned with is the size of the vehicle, how small it is, and how big it feels in here. I mean, it's definitely not a van, and in a case like this, that's a really good thing.
Yeah, you've been in a Revel that's 19 and a half feet long,
Yeah.
which is almost 2 feet longer than this,
And you're just crammed like sardines,
and you can't
you can't do anything.
can't do anything.
You can't certainly make a dinner. Yeah, I mean, it's. Can I take one home? Can I move in? Can I stay the night?
We're working on it,
I know,
Scott.
I
We're
know,
working
I
on
know.
it.
We got people in front of me, so I get it. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you can come to the Super Show and get your hands on this, touch and feel it, because YouTube ain't cutting it.
I think
I'm
the viewers
sorry.
at home are ready to see the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
I think the viewers at home are ready to see the world-class, modern, boutique hotel style bathroom.
Yeah, wait till you see it. It's always my second favorite after the Great Room. And I'm so glad you pointed out the logo here. It's just, I mean, that you would never see that in a typical RV.
Scott's falling asleep.
I know. Good night, everybody. Practicing for my coffin. That's cool. I am super impressed. And again, 3-point seatbelts back here, so you can travel for, sleep for, right?
Yes.
And this material, Lorena, you guys are using is it's laminate, but the feel, it feels to me, this is gonna sound kind of weird, but the exterior of a banana.
Yes, it is velvet.
It's,
Velvet sensation.
yeah, it's not slick. It has a little bit of tact to it. I'm sure it wipes clean super easy, but it's not.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not shiny.
It is matte, and it is an anti-fingerprint.
Yeah.
So a very special laminate with a lot of benefits for customers and very easy to clean and anti-fingerprint. So,
And I just noticed this too. So the fit and finish here is extremely awesome. I mean, first of all, it's got a curve, a big old curve.
Yeah.
But there is no edge to be felt. It's really stunning. I mean, it's all the way back, right? And even the okay.
Scott,
Bathroom?
when we had the European model here on display, one of the some of the feedback that we got was that the refrigerator was a little too small. Since then, it's been upgraded. I'll let Lorena talk about the refrigerator.
And I'll take the camera and show the folks because it's right here. It's pretty awesome.
we are fitting now a compressor refrigerator from Indelby, which is bigger than the previous, and yes, Sorry.
3 cubic feet. So the Indo-B refrigerator is 3 cubic feet, to give you guys some reference at home.
With a really nice.
Yes, it's nicer than the previous one, and it is bigger than that, and it is an Indelby, and we are fitting this compressor refrigerator from Indelby and the air conditioning as well. So it is an air conditioning which works with 12 volt as well. So it is a very good device. Yes.
So this is an Indo-B air conditioner that is a DC air conditioner. Has a variable speed motor, max 1200 watts, but does have a variable speed on it, reducing power usage if the temperature change isn't vastly.
I'm going to take the mic for 1 second, then hand it right back to Lance. The Indelby unit in the ceiling is heat and air.
It's a heat pump.
Heat and air. And then why don't you talk about, it's very rare, it's almost unheard of, that there is also radiant heat in the floor.
We're going to show that
So-
outside in a minute. Go ahead.
Outside?
No, the radiant floor.
Yeah,
Exact
yeah.
floor.
So this, the HVAC on this unit, aside from, of course, the air conditioner, is a Truma Combi Eco, and it is a forced air heater that there are vents throughout the cabin, but it also has a vent that goes into the floor with some honeycomb to it, and gives this radiant heat feel to it. And that's made possible by that 2-inch monocoque flooring.
And then just one more thing I'll add. We had so many U.S. customers ask, will we have an induction cooktop? And the answer is yes. An induction cooktop is an add-on option. I'll let Lance talk about the induction cooktop.
Yeah, so you'll be able to do get away from the propane cooktop, get the induction cooktop, which will be powered with the optional power system, which we'll talk about a little bit later.
So I'll just mention here, since I'm sitting right in front of it, if you're in bed here, this is really easy to get to, clearly, right? This is it's probably about the same size as like a Solus fridge or a Winnebago Travado K floor plan fridge. So some people are saying it's small. Yeah, compared to mine, it's small. But what I've learned over the years, when you go traveling, you don't pack the fridge. You just kind of put things in as you need it. So it kind of, you learn how to travel with it. But I think it's great placement, and it's like a bank vault. It's really nice. So now you can hear the carts go by, maybe our noise cancellation. All right, should we show the? Should we put this up?
Yeah, right quick.
Give me a thumb up. Let's, if you're having fun, ladies and gentlemen. Some of you, Lee, we just showed the freezer compartment. It is small. So pick your most important thing to go in there. But it's kind of the nature of the beast for a fridge of this size, which is typical for a fridge of this size. So.
Okay,
All
so
right,
Lorena, would you like to give Scott the tour of the bathroom?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Everybody's
Yes.
doing a great job.
Yes, this restroom is very important for many women.
And some guys.
And some
Just
guys, which, yes, it has to be large, roomy, and it has to be
Jesus.
everything you need.
Go ahead.
So, yeah, so
Oh, wow.
as you can see, I can easily move inside. I can for sure get a shower inside of it, and then we have a huge sink. Yes, definitely a huge sink, and a lot of space
Oh, wow.
for bathroom
That's
things.
humongous.
Yes.
Normally you get one half, if anything.
Restroom is very important. It has to be roomy, and it has to be comfortable, and I have to sit comfortable
Yeah.
here. Yes, and it has
That's a
enough
position you don't see
space.
many CEOs in, but
Yeah.
thank you for doing that.
And then
Yeah.
room underneath the sink as well.
Huge.
So, yes, in this really compact vehicle, we made the most of the space inside and in the restroom.
So we got
mostly.
power here.
Yeah,
Countertop
power.
space.
Yes, right. So yeah,
Hey, did it come with this? That's funny.
right? And then we can turn on and off the lights.
Tell us about the material here. This looks like
This is very special materials for bathroom, for restrooms, and so you can easily dry it and nothing happen if it's wet. So special materials for bathroom.
so kind
the
of a
platform.
shower floor that's that's
A
logoed.
platform that you can take
Right.
away. Yeah.
Let's put out the vent in the ceiling as well.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yes.
And lighting in the
And
ceiling.
lighting in the ceiling.
That's
yes.
something. And then behind you is the window, which is
Lighting is very
super
important
yeah.
inside the RV, and this was a project of 2 years ago. We made it together with our stylist, Cristina Romanello. We went through the vehicles and we found out many points where we needed more light. So that's what.
Just-
indirect lights.
You kind of see this, not at the La Quinta, by the way, across the street. Mood lighting on your,
See,
yeah.
It is completely different.
Yeah, high-end
light.
hotels, you might
Yeah.
see that, but that's,
Scott,
sir.
how would you? Can you step up for 1 second? Scott, you have toured endless compact RVs. How would you compare sort of the vanity and the countertop space that you have in this bathroom to
Unparalleled.
anything even?
I mean, really.
Add 5 feet to the length and anything even remotely close in size to us.
So I'm going to point this out, and then I'll show it out there. Probably the most valuable space in a compact RV like this is the horizontal space like this, because there's like none of it. I use my toilet as a shelf when I get ready in the morning.
Okay.
Now, some people that would gross out. I guess I'm just used to it, because I might have literally this much space by my sink right here. That's it. Not even that, this much. And I mean, in the bathroom, ladies will love this. It's got a towel rack, a cup holder for your toothbrush and stuff. Not from Walmart, I'm guessing. But even just this, I mean, this is, again, when you look at rigs of this type to buy, again, these are the little things that make such a big difference. This little rail here just keeps the stuff from falling out, sliding around. Look at the size of the mirror, right? I love the lighting here. You got towel hooks, real hooks. That's something glued on. Command hooks, right? Yeah, it's just unbelievable. And look how much room there is.
Let me hold the camera.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold the camera, sort of demonstrate how much room there really is. Let me.
Right. So it just probably goes up, and this probably goes down. Oh man, can I move in?
Yes.
And it doesn't need a cover or a
Yes.
curtain.
There is a shower curtain.
I think I'm standing on it. But yeah, I mean, you're not going to find this in a van. I got a pretty big shower. Most showers are doable, but you're kind of doing this thing and you're kind of doing this thing, right? You could almost really have 2 people in here if you're kind of the cozy type, right? Somebody can do this, somebody can do this. I've seen couples do that.
I'm going to get another angle here, Scott, so people can see this.
But it's just, I mean,
bathroom.
I've got what, 5-6 inches here. And again, this material is just so plush. It's like, let's go out and play. I want to get dirty. It's elegant but not polished. It's tough but not rugged. And
modern and sexy, Scott.
It's way
modern and
sexy.
sexy.
Can I cuss?
You can, of
It's
course.
fucking sexy.
There you. Thank you.
And again, ladies and gentlemen, when you go look at these kind of rigs of compact, just look at the materials, the fit and the finish. I mean, there's nothing like this, unless you're going to spend a ton of money, and then it's so big you can't drive it around, right? Lance is shaking his head. I mean, it defies gravity. I don't know how else to say it. I mean, I love this. This might be my favorite feature in the bathroom. Now, people can say, I'm going to test this year, a cassette toilet versus a wet flush toilet, which I'm used to. Many of my van friends have cassette toilets, and they've adjusted. It's a little bit of an adjustment for sure, but I would not miss a wet toilet with the emptying the waste tank, you just kind of adapt. Would I not buy this because of the toilet? No, this is not a deal killer for me. For some, it is. I think some of this, like a small fridge, the cassette toilet, everything else is what's the right way to say, overcomes these small differences in the way I travel and I'm used to traveling. I mean, this bed system. How do I look sitting on the commode, everybody? I don't see this very often either.
Presidential.
Well, kind of. I don't know. It just, again, the detail, this lighting.
I want to try to show Scott, if you're standing at the vanity, I want to kind of go, because we haven't shown this angle. I'm gonna
Shaving, right?
I'm gonna go behind you, Scott. Right. I want to just see if we can capture this angle, because everyone can see the countertop space, and then we're talking about the cup holder.
So if you're brushing your teeth, right? It's just very residential. I mean, there's no other word for it. It's a good height. I mean, the size of the sink is spectacular. My sink is about this big, so it's always kind of a target practice.
For context, you want to put your hands in the sink just to show the size of the sink?
I mean, I got small hands, but that's probably what, 12 inches? I mean, this is what 6, 7? So I mean,
It is specially produced for us and our project and our design. So we wanted to have it as bigger as possible, and it is made in a precious material which is called crayon, and it is U.S. compliant as well. Yeah, the same for the kitchen sink.
Yeah, it's really, and it's cool. You have a little bit lower level here versus up here because your aim doesn't have to be perfect, more perfect in front. It's so cool, right? Oh, this does twist a little bit. That's nice. So, you're washing your spit from toothbrushing, doing your hair. Do you have power? Yeah, right there, right?
Let me show the power.
It's right here. For like hair dryers or something. And it's cool to have the lighting. So many of these RVs have the light behind you. So when you're trying to do something, you're in the shadow. This has this mood lighting that goes all the way around. So there's front-facing lighting, which is, man, I'm putting plants in here. I'm putting some things on here. I think the putty would do fine. So you can put some pictures in here. Since you're going to rope them off anyway with the shower curtain, right?
On the subject of sinks, let's talk about the kitchen sink for a minute.
Yes.
This is the technical walkthrough, and these are kind of technical details, right?
This is very important. Yes, this is for women's cooking, and this was made especially for us, as I told you, flush fitting as well, because we wanted to have a nice design, and the drain as well. Yeah, and as I said, the same as the bathroom sink. It is made in crayon, which is a special materials, smooth and easy to clean, and U.S. compliant as well. Yeah.
I mean, it's huge. I am. Oof. All right. What else? Would we go outside next? Tony, what else do you want? Lorena? So the Firefly system, we're pretty familiar with this.
Yeah.
But it's branded. So maybe this is the opportunity, Lance, to talk about some of the lithium. But
let's demonstrate the Firefly for a sec.
Sorry, folks. Lance?
Sure.
You're on.
Yeah.
You're on.
So this Firefly as some of you may know, is a central control system and area where you will get all your information on your HVAC, interior, exterior temperatures, your tank levels, your house, chassis, battery, and then you're able to operate all the lights in the entire coach, and you can turn them all off at once, all on at once. You can check the solar charge controller is connected in here as well. So unlike a lot of other motorhomes where you have to have the Victron app, and there's all sorts of other apps this also has an app which has all the same information as on the main control panel here. As we mentioned earlier, there's 2 other control panels that do control the lighting, so you don't have to get out of bed to turn off all the lighting in the coach. Your HVAC is also the Truma is also controlled from here, and the app.
It's really legit. And can an app be on your mobile device?
Yes, and it'll work up to 90 feet away from
So
the
that's
motorhome.
probably the coolest feature. How many of you? This is when I go to a Firefly equipped rig. This is my favorite feature: is that you control everything from your phone or iPad, in my case, right?
Yeah.
And to lay in bed and kind of play with everything. It's pretty legit, right?
Certainly.
It's just so great. This is a good selfie.
Yeah. Let's get in here. Let's do interior selfie.
What's up, everybody?
Wingamm
Give us a thing
USA.
up. So let's answer some questions in here while it's quiet. Thank you, Lance, for that. Because we've got quite a few questions. Let me go this way. Thanks for being here. Wow, we got a great group in here. It's going between like 98 and 120. So that's pretty good. Okay, so get your questions in, and then we'll go outside and show you. Wait till you see. Literally, he's going to take a hammer to brand X and then see what brand W, Wingamm.
But it's
Uh-oh, Tony's got commentary.
I couldn't help myself. It's not brand X, it's brand everything.
Brand E.
It's how
Elkhart.
it's how brand Elkhart. That's right. It's how every compact motorhome is made in America, which is all out of cargo vans, and we're going to show you the difference between if you bang into something with a cargo van versus if you bang into something in your Wingamm.
Yeah, it's I about came out of my hiking boots. Okay, so let's can I get the team here? I can't believe we got 4 people. Can you imagine 4 people in my van?
Excellent point.
I mean, I got a nice van. It's cool, but I can get him in a seat, then you have to stay.
So for Lance,
Right?
if Lance sits in the passenger seat and Lorena's in the driver's seat,
Yeah, I'll just have a seat too.
and you sat there, there's still room for 1 or 2 other people who wanted to stand in. You could sit another person here.
Another person here. Yeah, you can't.
I'm not saying this jokingly. You really can really entertain in here. You can actually have like a party inside your 17-foot micro class compact motorhome
At a Starbucks parking spot.
Yeah.
So, Starbucks, or you can go to a nice restaurant, whatever suits you.
Yeah, it's with the curtains. Let me flip this around. With the curtains flipping around. This is so cool. I've never seen. Yeah, it's just unbelievable. And not putting curtains over here, right? That would be some people would do that, right? Like a valance again.
But you do have the blackout.
Matter of safety.
Yeah.
Pull up the.
Yeah. So, right. So standard stuff. Oh, that one's got spring load. Oh, I like that.
Yeah. It just clips on.
It
This
clips
is the
on,
one
yeah.
that keeps it from.
Oh, that's really nice. Normally you got to kind of, just to bang all the way up. And again, just attention. Oh, okay, I'm moving in. Okay, let's look at some questions. Question would be, what would I name my Wingamm Oasi 540? And let's talk. So there's a number of questions about the bigger sizes coming. So maybe we saw, because we did your video
Right.
with the 610 and 690, right?
Right, yes.
So maybe just kind of walk us through the current thinking on that. And there are coming to the US, right?
Yes, we are starting with the Oasi 540.1. So for this year, 2025, just Oasi 540 are coming to US. But starting from next year, so 2026, we could deliver the Oasi 610 and 690 as well. Yes,
That's so
they are
great.
based on the same vehicle. So yes.
And Tony, what's the big, so this one is 17 feet-ish long. The 610, 690 one's,
20 feet and 22 feet.
which is 22
20
feet.
The 610 is 20 feet. The 690 is 22 feet.
Yeah, that's the same size as my Travado, and it's like a real motorhome. It's pretty crazy. Okay, we got a lot of questions. Thanks everybody for being here. I think some people called in sick today to watch this. We got a lot of folks, some regulars and some new folks. Wow. Yeah, let us know where you're watching from. So Paul says, Scott, how smooth was your ride yesterday? Are there sumo springs an option? Are they needed? I don't think you need them at all. I mean,
There's no sumo springs, but with the Ram 3500 chassis, the dry weight on this, just so everybody knows, is 6,700 pounds. So it is very light, a very light vehicle, and that has to do with the fiberglass.
Yeah. And normally people would use
Monocoque
sumo springs to kind of tighten up stop this thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the rear axle is a little bit wider than a typical cargo van axle. And that's due to the slight flaring on the sides. And so that does also give it a little bit more lateral stability.
Yeah.
But let's ask you, Scott. You drove it. Do you think it needs sumo springs?
No, not at all. Not at all. Mine does, but not this one.
When you say yours does, you mean a Winnebago Travato?
Yeah, sorry.
But not a Wingamm Oasi 540.1.
And so we'll probably, it's in here somewhere. Can you lift this vehicle at the factory or afterwards?
Lift.
Lance on it.
So just as any Promaster chassis, there are kits out there that you could lift, as up to 2 inches. But of course, you have to be careful because you can void chassis warranty with that.
Yeah.
So sure, you could do any customization that you wanted to. You just have to be careful on warranty.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Lance. So we talked about toilets. Propane needs to be on board for Turma, right? No fuel, chassis fuel option at this point.
No chassis fuel yet, but it
Right,
is coming. Yeah.
When do you guys estimate that it's coming?
I think it'll come as soon as the next batch of chassis production. Would you agree, Lorena?
Yeah. Yes, we in Europe we are already fitting the Truma Combi diesel, which is working under the engine diesel. So I suppose it is approximately the same installation with the Truma Combi G. So with gasoline, I think it is the same installation. We have never done it before because we don't have a gasoline vehicle in Europe.
Yeah.
But I think it is the same installation. So we'll be able to do it from the next batch, next deliveries.
Do you guys have automatic transmissions over there? Every car I've been in Europe, it's a manual. It's exactly opposite here. Oh, here's a good question. Truck around the curve, we covered that. The table, can it be deleted?
Deleted?
Removed? I mean, maybe the customer can do it, but you're getting a table from the factory, right?
Yeah, from the factory. No, it would come with the table. You're certainly welcome to remove the table.
Yeah, I don't know why.
After your purchase, if you'd like to.
Maybe somebody likes the Lagoon table.
We've had a couple people ask us that.
Yeah. Lagoon tables are cool.
The Lagoon tables, those are the super flimsy off of
they're
a side.
on a
side,
pole, and they kind of go. But I think a lot of people use the Lagoon table. I'm trying to find the right position, so I'm kind of not the. This is kind of weird. The Lagoon table, because you're in a really small space, and so you're forced to use a Lagoon table of varying sizes and flimsiness is, yeah. So.
You don't
and
need
it can destroy your cabinetry really quickly.
There's just not an
the
awesome.
emphasis is you don't need a Lagoon table.
Right. Oh, maybe this will work. This is all new camera work for me after 6 years. Oh, this is sorry, folks. All right, so here's Tony. You see my fat face. So curtain. Hopefully, new tariffs will. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, John. You're super helpful. Paul, how smooth was it? Okay, we can go up here. Are they coming to Canada? U.S. first.
We got the RVIA certification for the U.S. at the moment. We can extend it to Canada. Yes, so it could be easy to go to Canada as well now. The most important job has been done, actually.
Yeah. And that's a lot of work. I mean,
it was a lot of work, yes, to get
U.S.
this certification.
compliances and logistics, shipping. I mean,
it took a lot of time, but okay, it's okay now. And yes, as I said, we can extend it to Canada in the next future.
When would you roughly anticipate, Lorena, that we would be able to offer Wingamm or the Wingamm Oasi 540.1 to start in Canada?
I think if we are willing to do it, we can achieve it in a couple of weeks, I think, because we don't need to get another inspection, actually. We just need to extend the certification, but it's just a matter of documents at this time. So it could be very, very quick. Yeah.
We know we have a lot of fans in Canada, and so we're going to do everything we can to meet their needs and bring Wingamm to Canada.
Yeah. This would be a home run in Canada because of the thermodynamics, which we're going to talk about when we get outside. We want to get some of these questions. There's some great questions. So Les wants to know, Tony, when can deposit holders do a test drive?
The first test drive model will be at our Nashville, Tennessee dealer as quickly as we can ship it from Tampa to Nashville. So
A few weeks.
couple weeks.
Yeah, a few weeks. Utah?
Shortly thereafter.
It lands in Utah. I love Salt Lake. Oh my God. I love it. Except that Salt Lake's a little stinky. I did camp there.
Oh, out on the
In July. I'm just saying.
Antelope Island can be a little rough. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Beautiful place, but
Keep
it
your
can
windows
if
closed,
the
keep
wind
it-
if the wind's coming
yeah.
from the north,
Oh,
it can
That's
be a
why you
little
need a wing
stinky.
with no seam.
Yeah, 100%. Let's see. So Aaron wants to know about the lithium capacity. We're going to talk about that outside. Hang tight. Tow hitch. That's a popular one, right? So what's the latest on tow hitch? Lance?
So tow hitch is available. You can tow up to 4,600 pounds off the tow hitch. It has a 360 pound tongue weight capacity. So it is an available add-on option. Just something to note that a lot of customers have asked is, am I still able to use the rear storage locker, which we'll show you guys shortly. It does inhibit the amount that the storage locker can open, but you still can get stuff in and out. It's just not to the degree you can without the hitch.
Okay. And outside, we'll talk about bike rack. That's probably another. Pricing. Scott wants to know, Raidsu, pricing. What's the latest on pricing?
The MSRP for
So-
for the 540.1.
So the MSRP for the Oasi 540.1 is $188,500.
Now, is this like a typical MSRP where you lop 70,000 off?
No. This is the sale price,
price,
of the
okay.
unit. Yeah.
Unlike
Unlike
Storyteller has a
again,
similar-
unlike
Yeah,
Storyteller does the same.
yeah. It's
same
super
thing.
smart.
Unlike we've already mentioned names, Thor, Winnebago. Your MSRP is not a real MSRP.
Yeah.
You're lopping off 30% right out of the gate.
So it's the true price right from the get-go. I like that a lot. Thank you for doing that. Lithium, we'll talk about side. Lithium, we'll talk about side. Lagoon table. Says Michael
You-
Clark.
you can-
Mason Mike, what's up?
You can put a lagoon table in here. There's lots of options for a lagoon table, but that would be something you would do on your own.
We got Roads of Life in here. Great to see you. Can you get a recliner in the cab? Do the seats
These
recline? Yeah.
the front cab
Yeah.
seats recline.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is. I need to wear my glasses for these. The American RV manufacturers are going to copy a vehicle of this size and do it better. Yeah, I'm not going to hold my breath on that.
Next,
They've been
Next-
saying that for 10 years.
next question, Scott.
I know. I'm like, yeah, I know. Pricing, we talked about that. All right, let's go outside. What's the load capacity? So we just talked about that, right?
The lithium?
No, load capacity on the vehicle.
Oh, load. The gross vehicle weight rating is 8,900 pounds. So if we did some math on I think it's about a 2,600 pound payload. That's
Which is
what
pretty big.
What people are asking. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
it's
very,
ginormous.
very, very big.
I think mine's like 1,600.
If you put 2,600 pounds, and got a lot of stuff in here.
Andy's got a good question here. Is this on the Fiat platform in Europe? Short answer.
It's the Fiat Ducato in Europe.
Europe, but in America, it's a Ram ProMaster. So, no, it's not on the Fiat from Europe. And you can take it to a Ram dealer and get it serviced, right?
That's
Yes,
correct.
yes.
You want to talk about the warranty on the chassis?
Yeah, so it's going to be a 1-year warranty on the chassis, where you can have service at any Ram dealer in America.
Right.
Similar to any.
But there is an extended warranty that we offer as well.
Yes, of
Okay.
course you can get extended warranties, just like you can on any motorhome.
Induction cooktop is an option. It's a very popular one, and I kind of like the option. I've used it a few times, and I use it so infrequently. The cooktop, anyway, to have it tucked in a drawer in a cupboard, pulled out when you need it, take it outside. Yeah,
Well, but ours is not.
The
tucked in
induction
there. It's-
cooktop
the
will
induction
be-
cooktop is built in.
Will
Right.
be built in.
seamlessly on the
Yeah,
countertop.
yeah,
yeah, and I've seen a portable one that's kind of nice.
yeah. The induction cooktop will be a built-in induction cooktop. again, like most
Yeah.
glass
Yeah.
glass topped
Right
induction
All right, I think we're
cooktops.
caught up on the questions. Good questions, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Appreciate that.
All right.
Wow, we're 84 minutes. Okay, we're going outside. We're
Only 84. Let's go for marathon.
I know.
Hours.
Hours. Okay, look, go outside. Thank you for being here. Appreciate that. Wow, this is just really nice. Again, leather here, built-in trash can.
And Scott, don't miss the Wingamm branded leather door handle.
Oh, that's what I just showed
The
him.
details. It's all about the details.
Yeah, and you can barely see it, but it's got Wingamm embossed. Window here, double-sided glass. Whoa.
And then if you check out here, there's another Wingamm branded.
Oh, no way. That's cool. Right? Trash can, so it's not taking up space in your, but easy to use when you're using the kitchen, right? Look at the, it's like, I don't know, the Indy 500, all these golf carts.
And when we were inside with the windows closed, you heard
You
nothing.
couldn't hear any of this. So I just want to point out, and Lance can help me with this, but
So this
you know, the
is-
thickness of the door, I mean, it's significant. It's not a cheap Elkhart door.
So custom door. These aren't just mass produced doors. They're custom fiberglass doors. This latching system is a central locking system. So most motorhomes have 9 keys for every door. This is a centralized, so this will work on the Ram fob. You're going to notice these hinges. They are.
Let me hold that and you do the
Yeah.
demo.
Oh
of
yeah,
this.
yeah. So these are patented hinges by Wingamm, and they are inset into the monocoque shell and inset into the door, giving you a hingeless door look, and the latch, of course, also is built into the door.
And then what's in your hands here? Because this is,
So this is the hinge.
that's, you can get this at Home Depot, right?
Yeah. This is something that they're going to be using on aircraft. It's a hinge that, again, to get the hidden hinge, this is what you have to do.
Make it.
Yeah, is make it yourself. Yeah.
It's,
Let's talk about this now while we're talking about
all right.
hinges.
Oh, this is great. So tell us what we're looking at.
Oh, the Wingamm one?
The hammer.
Oh, you want me to?
No,
Oh,
I'm talking about
okay.
hinges now.
Okay, yeah, sorry. So this is what most RV manufacturers are using for their doors. Now, of course, on a Class B motorhome, exterior storage compartments are not even an option, right? But if there are on a typically constructed metal framing or wood framing motorhome, they're going to have these doors with a rim around it. Where if we come over to this propane storage door, you're going to see a seamless. There's no rim on it. There's no caulking that's going to get nasty and start peeling. And again, this is the central locking system. This will lock with your key fob.
And this is the kind of door.
Nice firm shut. It's not rattling.
Let's
Right.
show the sound of that again.
Yeah.
Sound is everything.
Sounds like a car door.
Yeah,
Right.
sounds like a car door. Feels like a car door.
Not
as
not
well.
one of the. I don't know what's,
Why
yeah.
don't
'Cause-
we show what
'cause
every other door?
I was gonna say this is what goes in on all the other
Yeah.
RVs typically, right?
Big ugly latches. Again, they need keys.
Or really wimpy, one of the two.
Yeah, and there's I don't know how big of a gap here there is between the frame and the door. Again, here you've got weather stripping that's not going to allow any heat or cold into your
Water.
storage compartments or water. Yes.
Yeah, it sounds like a car door. I mean, that's pretty.
And then, Lorena, would you like to talk about the
Yeah.
insulation?
Yes, this is a sample of our monocoque cabin. As I said, it is, we could say 3 layers. So layers of fiberglass inside, then the polyurethane, which is the insulation materials, and then another layer of fiberglass, and then gel coat, and then the monocoque will be painted. So we have totally 5 layers, so to say, and it is a very solid, a very sturdy structure without any junction, so no water leaks, and a super insulation for winter comfort. And as we said, and as we could check before, a super acoustic insulation.
Right. So let me hand this to you for a second, Lance. So when we talk about the benefits of the monocoque shell, just sort of kind of just summarize it all. Number one, it's fiberglass, so it does not conduct heat. Number two, Wingham's insulation is far denser and far thicker than anything you get in any other classy motorhome. So that helps keep the cold air in on a hot day and helps keep the hot air in on a cold day. And in addition to this, the monocoque shell is a one-piece shell. So it's essentially an upside down boat hull. And so there's no seams. And so on top of the fiberglass not conducting heat, on top of the insulation keeping the cold air in or the hot air in, there's no seams for the cold or hot air to seep out, which means you're going to be using a lot less power from your battery system to keep yourself comfortable inside your Wingham. And so when we talk about power,
Yeah, let's talk about power. That's always a big thing, right?
before I'm going to hand the microphone to Lance because he's our power guru, I want to point out that if you walk around the Tampa RV SuperShow, go into any RV dealership in America, the conversation that everybody has when it comes to temperature control centers around battery power. That's the only conversation they can have because all of their motorhomes are made the exact same way. They take an existing cargo van, which is not a fiberglass exterior. It is a steel exterior, which does conduct heat. It has seams all over the place. So it's not a one-piece monocoque shell, or like we talked about, an upside-down boat hole. So the hot air is not going to seep out, and it does not have Wingham's insulation system. And so the conversation that everyone talks about is how many batteries and how much power you can pack into this motorhome. But when you account for Wingham's innovation with the custom fiberglass monocoque shell, we at Wingham can have an entirely different conversation because our thermal dynamics is unique solely to Wingham. And that's not just in America, that's around the world.
So let's, Lance, talk about lithium. Is it a hybrid system? So it's, or is it all lithium? Walk us through that.
Yeah. So the power system is going to be a lithium system. So what's going to come standard is 200 amp hours of a Victron lithium battery with a 2,000 watt inverter that's going to power a few outlets in the motorhome. Now, in the future, we are going to offer a more complex and robust power system, and that power system will also be provided by Victron. And those who are familiar, with the Victron power systems, the link systems, and the multiplus inverter converter system can appreciate that system, and that system will be offered as a propane delete. You will no longer need propane on board, and you'll have that housed in a storage area, the propane storage area.
So with lithium, a lot of people kind of expect a second alternator up under the hood. Is this the situation here?
It's not. This has the standard 160 amp alternator, but again, with the Victron upgraded power system, with the DC to DC the DC to DC converter is a 50 amp converter, producing about 700 watts off of that stock alternator, making it,
Yeah. Let me spin this around because I think this is super important for people because to Tony's point, everybody gets wrapped around the numbers, which is important, let's be honest. But, a lot of companies have tried 12 volt air conditioners and they really they don't function well because the thermal dynamics of the vehicle is so lousy.
Yeah.
You can put in a 12 volt air conditioner in this thing and not have the big battery to drive, a 1500 BTU whatever, right? Because the thermal dynamics of this vehicle is so vastly different.
Yeah.
You just saw it for your own. I can't think of another, except maybe Embassy RV, that has a vehicle like this.
But not as small.
They're big. They're on a van.
Right.
So, and they have, foil insulation on the walls. So again, this is a very unique thing. Thank you. It's,
Yeah,
but it's really
and
you're
again,
gonna have to educate the
getting back to the power thing. It's this conversation. Everybody knows this. Over the past 5 years, it's how many amp hours can we pack into these vans? Because I want to use my air conditioner when I'm in Arizona at 100 degrees, and I want to be able to cool the van down. Well, yeah, you're going to be able to cool the van down quickly, but the exterior is going to continue to conduct that heat, and it's going to take forever for it to cool down. So this, we can't give some percentage of how much more efficient it is, but you can just imagine the fiberglass monocoque shell and its ability to not retain heat or cold for that matter.
And it will be a great test environment in Utah.
Yeah. I mean,
no extremes in Utah.
Yeah, none. Go to the desert, go to the mountains.
I know, right? All right, let's show. I want to show this real quick. Let me spin the camera. Thank you for being here. Appreciate this. This is my longest live ever. We got 125 people in here. So I just want to show this again. As if you're coming to the show or you're going to your local dealer, what you're looking at here is a masterpiece. So there's a lot of kind of over the cab area here, but this looks like it's actually molded sheet metal. It's fiberglass, but where's the seam? There is no seam.
You can't see it.
Huh?
You can't see it.
I know, there's no seam. I mean, I'm just looking at this as Lance was
yeah.
talking, and I'm like, I've never stopped and kind of looked at this, but this is
Yes, this is a very special finishing.
vastly different.
It is huge job actually, but we don't want to use any sealant outside, so we don't want to do it, and we made a special job with our body shop, together with our body shop, and is properly finished, and it is a plus actually, but it is something that customers really appreciate.
You got to see it to believe it. I mean, there's literally no seam. It's like it was built from.
And Scott, if you take a step back and sort of look at it, I mean, how would you describe its looks? Aesthetically, its cosmetic looks. Is this something that you would be excited to just drive through the city and pull up to a restaurant, park valet, meet friends in?
You're gonna make new friends.
Park in front of your house.
Yeah. Be prepared at every stoplight to be asked, "What is it?" Can I be foul again? And
100%. We
be vulgar.
The foul,
so if
the
you're
more vulgar, the
sensitive,
better.
plug your ears. You got 1, 2. I just want to dry hump it.
I think I couldn't have described it any better, Scott. Well
Lorena's
said.
horrified.
Well said.
But I'm serious. It's so cute. And again, you saw all 4 of us in there. It defies gravity.
And that's sort of to combine the two. You're talking about its size, how compact it is. It's 17 feet 10 inches long. A standard parking space in America is 19 feet. This is something that you can navigate traffic easily, take through cities easily. So this is going to work just as well in a city as an everyday vehicle, as an alternative to, say, an SUV, a luxury SUV, as it will in nature. But the key is, and I think what makes Wingamm so special and what differentiates it from every single compact motorhome you're going to see here at Tampa or in America, period, is it looks good. So when you are driving through the city, it's something you're proud to be seen in. Yeah. It's something you're proud to pull up to a restaurant in, or park in your driveway and have your neighbors going to be knocking on the door asking, what is that stylish Italian motorhome, in your driveway?
They're like, no, where'd it come from? Because I've never seen this at my RV dealer lot.
That's right.
Right? The other thing, I think you're onto something here. I think there's a crossover opportunity. So if you're used to the big Suburbans, because you want to carry stuff, you want to go carry some friends around, that's kind of what those are used for, but you can't make a meal in it. You can't really sleep in it. You can't go pee in it.
That's right.
And for not much more money, you got a full motorhome. You can be a soccer mom. You can be a fishing dad. You can go camping with the.
That's right.
I mean,
if you think about the use case, right? Let's say it's Saturday morning.
Yeah.
You've got one kid's soccer game in the morning, another kid's baseball game in the afternoon, and then you got grandma's house in the evening for dinner. Right now, your option is you take your SUV and when one kid's playing soccer, where's the other one going to eat? When the other kid's playing baseball, where's the other one going to nap? Where's the other one going to do homework when one is doing something? Where are you going to go to the bathroom when the kids need to go to the bathroom? There is no option. And people at home are saying, well, why don't I just go get a Winnebago or a Thor or an Airstream? And here again is the difference, is how it looks. The reason why no one's using
And thermal dynamics.
existing compact RVs that are made in America as an everyday vehicle is because you don't want to be seen around town driving one. But a Wingamm is a luxury European motor coach that's got style and elegance.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, it's so cool. I mean, just like this display. I mean, it's like a car show high-end car. Ferrari, AMG, BMW. It's just really well done. Let's and again, I'll point this. Yeah. So we'll get some more questions. Have them come in. So let's kind of point out that this is the fuel for the vehicle, right? Because it is a Ram chassis, and this is the extent of the overhang. I mean, it's just literally.
So Scott, this is
on the outside, but on the inside, it's feet. We showed that. It's just it defies gravity.
One of my favorite aspects of the Oasi 540.1 is this rear storage locker. So let me ask you this, as somebody who has lived permanently and traveled a lot in a compact motorhome. So let's say you're at the beach and you have sandy towels, or let's say you have your firewood, or let's say you're in the mountains and you've got dirty shoes and dirty clothes. Right now, currently, what is your option to bring to not leave them where you are and not get your compact motorhome dirty? What's your option?
You leave your shoes outside. You put a doormat on the inside and try to contain everything on the doormat rug, right? And if it's stuff you've had sitting, you got to wash it off. Get the paper towels. Now, if you could figure out a way to get the dirty dog paws in there and to come out the other side clean, we'd all be millionaires. Come on, Lorena, help us with that.
We're working on that.
We're working on that.
But what's so brilliant
but
is you can put your dirty, your sandy beach towel, your dirty shoes, your firewood in there, and either you can access it from the inside or just not deal with it until you're in a place that's more convenient for you.
You want to wear that. So this actually goes up. See that? That's the bottom of the couch inside. And again, I think a good design or good craft build, well-built motorhome is looking at the plumbing and wiring systems. Most of them are, looks like an amateur did it. This clearly is first class.
And while we're in there, Scott, let's chat really quickly about the four seasonality of this, because I know it's important to a lot of people. Yeah. So your freshwater and your gray valves are located in here, and that's because the valves are up in the tanks, which are heated and insulated. So it is a four-season
heated insulated.
Yep, vehicle.
And this is the gray?
So
you have two gray?
No, so this is just the freshwater.
Oh, freshwater.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It will not look like this in the future. With it doesn't really need a valve at all, since the valve is up in the tank.
What the hell is this thing?
So this, again, unlike most modern compact motorhomes who are using
car door.
What's that?
The car door sound is
the car door, yeah. Are using water management systems, which have pros and cons. This is a gravity-fed water fill, which I personally think it is an advantage to say something like the Nautilus, where if it's got quite a large tank, 26 gallons for this size. But if you needed to fill it with, let's say, a 5-gallon water jug, you would not be able to do that with a lot of the water management systems today. So gravity fill, and of course the city water connection is up here. It's open.
Janie didn't like my dry hump comment. Sorry, Janie.
What did Jenny say?
She didn't like my vulgarity.
And then cassette door. I know we sound like broken records, but if you look at 99% of camper vans / motorhomes with a cassette, they have a standard cassette door, which is not very appealing, hard to open and close as well. This is a custom door for the Dometic cassette. And then, whether you're a fan of cassettes or not, there's people who like the black tank, and most of the time, the reason people like black tanks is because they have more capacity. But what sets the Wingamm apart, as far as the cassette goes, is its ability to store extra cassettes on the outside of your motorhome.
Not under the kitchen sink.
Not under the kitchen sink, not under your bed, or not in your kitchen. You are able to store them in this rear storage locker, which is unique.
I'm going to hold the mic. Why don't you show how it can come in and out?
The cassette?
Yeah.
So, you could store you could store lots and lots of cassettes in here, but we
And they all lock closed, so there's no leakage, right?
Right. Yeah. Yep.
I mean, the seals.
Yep. And unlike other vans that are on the cargo vans, this would be a rear bumper, which is useful space, and of course
really
the big double doors in the back that walk you right into your bathroom or your bedroom.
Definitely get some camp chairs.
Camp chairs, yeah.
Camp table.
Camp tables.
Blankets. Maybe even a portable fire pit or
barbecue.
Grill,
whatever.
And again, sealed.
And to the viewers at home that are just sort of getting their head around Wingamm and why it's so different, this is all only made possible because of the monocoque shell. There's no compact motorhome, there's no Class B motorhome made by any of the existing manufacturers that has this rear storage locker where the bumper would normally go, or this side storage compartment.
And this is, I see some comments in here. Let me spin this around so the team. So we in the business get this a lot. And the question is it a B? Is it a B plus? Is it a C? My question is, how do you want to travel? What features are you going to identify that makes it more happy for you to travel? I'm definitely not getting one of these things.
I will answer that question for you, Scott.
What is that? A C, a B, super C?
Scott.
Hold on, I'm trying to think of a big word. I mean, it's cool, but if that's the way you want to travel, that's the vehicle you're going to find out is best for you. This
Scott,
one, I don't think labels, do labels matter? Am I getting on my soapbox?
Labels don't matter. There's only one label. It's called a Wingamm.
Oh.
And it is unique unto itself, and there is nothing like it in the world.
Yeah, I agree. It defies gravity. I'm so proud of the team. We've been working together for several years, and it's not vaporware. Somebody said that. It just takes a while to do good things, right?
That's right.
It's real, and you're building infrastructure here. You're building, this kind of stuff. Again, look at this versus look at this. Look at this. It's different, and different is hard.
Yeah, but it takes time. It takes time to produce such vehicle. It takes time to produce the monocoque cabin. Yes, furniture and everything.
You're right, John. It's not a van. It's smaller than a van.
It's
it
smaller
gives
than
you
a van.
How about if we just call it a caravan?
Sure.
What do you call them in Europe? Caravan.
No, we call them Wingamm.
There you go. Yeah. So I would just not get wrapped around the labels, because is it going to deliver your travel style, right? But I get your point.
Can I point out just one, again, obvious thing, but I don't want people who are just getting familiar with Wingamm to overlook it. I know we talked about it when we were on the inside, but just again, to kind of emphasize the difference between the Wingamm experience and everything else made in America, and how that is all rooted in the custom fiberglass monocoque shell. This is the Wingamm front door. It is like a front door you get going into a home, and it leads into your living space, which is a very pleasant and sophisticated way to go into your home. Unlike everything made in America out of cargo vans, Ram Promasters, Ford Transits, Mercedes Sprinters that have the, should I wait?
Sure.
That have the clunky, sliding, cumbersome Amazon delivery van experience door. And then what do you do when you open that door? You walk right into your kitchen. So there's certainly nothing pleasant about walking into your kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a Class B or C. It's a Class W for Wingamm.
That's right. That's right.
So we're getting a couple questions on, somebody runs into the back of it, which is a legit question. It happened to me. So fiberglass, I'll let you guys think about that. I want to point out a few things.
Scott, let's touch upon.
It is.
Go.
Monocoque is very easy to repair. It is the technology of both technology and materials of both industry. So and today more and more parts in car industries are made in fiberglass. So every body shop and is able to repair it, and it is very easy and smart to repair. Yeah.
Well said.
And it's safe
So less power cord storage. They kind of right there. That's where I would put it. There is a spare tire.
Yes,
Promaster does
spare tire is an
So,
option.
under the vehicle?
Yes,
Okay.
it could be. It could pass inside the locker, but customer would lose important space for other stuff.
Yeah.
So yes, we can fix it here at the back wall.
at the back.
Yeah.
Same with the bike rack.
With of
the
course,
it,
a Wingamm branded tire cover.
Of course.
We don't miss a detail.
Yeah, right. Bike rack.
bike rack would come here,
Okay.
and the wheel rack would come over, so they can be combined.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Mike K is saying it's a private plane.
I would
I would
put it on
agree.
par with
Yeah,
a
right?
private plane. Certainly.
Far less money.
Far less
And by
money,
the
that's
way,
correct.
you don't need a hangar to park
Equal
your plane,
style, less
your
money,
Wingamm
that's
in.
right.
You can have a Wingamm party in the hangar. How about that? Dave 49, you got some no lockable water port. A lot of them don't. I mean, that's probably not a bad idea to lock it, but is that a deal breaker? Somebody had a question about the gas cap. If you want a locking gas cap, you just run down to AutoZone, right?
Sorry.
I mean, I haven't had a problem with my water in 7 years. I haven't had anybody tampering with this in or out of the van in 7 years. So I get it. Small details, but is that going to keep me from getting the kind of vehicle I want to go travel around in? Dave, we just talked about the spare tire. You can get it as an option. It goes on the back. Fitz around says, thank you, Fitz, for your comment using the format. Good for you, sir. Scott gave us the best advice. Scott gave us the best advice we ever got before buying our van. Figure out your travel style. It's kind of true, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And what we see a lot of people do is they kind of, which is fine, is start down here, just cut your teeth, and then they kind of figure this is actually going to solve my travel style needs more. We talk a lot about that on the channel. Figure out your why first, and then you kind of figure out your how. You know, if you're all wrapped around the cassette toilet, is that going to be the deal breaker for me getting in one of these? No, because it's more fun to do everything else.
Right.
I'll figure out.
And then once you have a cassette,
You're probably going to go. It's like, how long?
Once you have
Why
the
didn't
cassette,
I-
you're going to find out all
Right?
the advantages to it. Like you
Yeah.
can dump it in any toilet in America.
Oh, this is a beautiful one. Mike K. Bottom line, Mike K says, bottom line, when can I get one? Uh-oh, you're going to start
You can get one right now. Email us at us@wingamm.com and I'll walk you through the process.
Yeah, it's great. All right, we're going to, I do want to have your hammer test, so can we do that?
Yes.
We'll look for some,
We can just-
I really appreciate you being here. I get passionate about this. Price again's $188,000. Real price, not junk price. Spare tire, we talked about that. We're gonna end this in just a minute. So we're gonna have Lance kind of, we talked about this is,
Let's go through the fiberglass stuff.
yeah. This is, again, you kind of pay for what you get. If you've, we know that whole deal.
Hold it where? Oh, sorry.
So this is just for everybody to see. This is the monocoque, just a cross section of it. So you've got the exterior here, clear coat, paint. You've got a 1 inch of polyurethane, which is essentially closed cell insulating foam. And then on the inside, you have another fiberglass section. And this is how everything is mounted. There's no screws into metal, which again, this is where things get loose and rattle. So that is the side and top.
I will do
then-
that, Scott.
And
Stand
then,
by.
and then the floor. So this is
That's
a
the floor?
very unique floor. So
Holy
this is
cow.
2 inches. Once again, polyurethane in the middle. You've got the fiberglass bottom, and then we talked a little bit about the radiant heat in the floor. So you have these little tubes that the air blows throughout the entire floor, bringing up the radiant. And there's some metal here to conduct the heat evenly throughout the floor. So that's where the conduction comes from, and you get this nice radiant heat in the floor.
But so it radiates this way, so you don't have hot spots on your floor.
Right. Yeah. So uniform.
Across.
It's a uniform heat due to just like a radiator in your car. The metal is what conducts that heat.
Awesome.
You know, like your camper van in the summer.
I mean, this is substantial, right? I mean, it's
legit.
Yeah. I love the flooring.
And this flooring has a little cushion to it.
Yeah. Right?
But not too much. Where
imagine a warm floor in your, not a van, but a Class W.
No need to imagine. It exists.
My Class B has a cold floor. That's got one really bad cold floor spot, actually. It's pretty funny. Okay, so,
So are we going to go out with a bang, Scott?
We are.
We're going to wrap it up with a bang?
Ooh.
Okay, excellent.
How about ready for a libation? I don't know.
Okay, so we're just going to, we've talked about lots of advantages to the fiberglass monocoque shell. One of the huge advantages is its ability to take an impact without, of course, denting or in some cases breaking. So I don't have a steel camper van to sit here and
bang on. So is this a door
and bang
like
on?
The locker door we're looking at? Or is this the same as the
This is the
actual shell?
same door as this is the same door as the propane.
So
door.
and this is a rubber hammer here.
Hit it hard. You'll see how hard. Okay.
Oh my God, I'm nervous. Should I be nervous?
Is just a hard plastic. If you look from the side, you're going to see
Nothing.
no dents, zero.
Try that on
So
my.
I'm going to do this on. Yeah, if I did that on a steel van,
I would.
You want me to try it on yours?
No, please, absolutely not.
And then, of course, this is again, this is sort of your classic, maybe Asdel siding on a motorhome. You know, I don't have to hit this very hard to make a bunch of nicks in it. So, yeah,
I hope you brought more doors to the show because
to show on. Yeah, we can flip it around. It's the same stuff on the other side. We don't.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So again, this is a nice clean surface. Doesn't take me much.
Doesn't take much at all.
To make it
insane. Thank you for that. We did go out with a bang. All right. Oops, sorry. So, so we're at 116 minutes. This is my longest YouTube live ever, and the most amazing YouTube live audience.
I thought we were going to go.
I'm ready for a libation. I don't know. I got work to do for tomorrow. Lorena, just again, you're going to be here through the entire show, or
Yes, I'll be here till
you got
Sunday.
a long week too.
A long week, but I like shows.
She likes
so
shows,
yes,
yeah.
I'll be here. It will be a pleasure to meet the customers, to talk with them, understand what they are thinking, what their needs. It
Yeah.
is another country, so
Yeah.
it is a brand new experience to me as well.
She's really been a trooper. Now, how many languages do you actually speak?
Italian, then English, German, and French.
And which one are you, other than Italian, most proficient at?
Today I speak a very good German, must say, and I'm trained to speak even more and better English.
You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. And German is a really easy language. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I was like,
It's not.
No,
It's
it's so
not.
great. And Lance, great meeting you. And Eamon, thank you for your help today. This was super. And he kind of comes from the RV.
Thank you,
industry a
everybody.
little
Yeah,
bit, right?
yeah, for taking the time. If you have any questions, as Tony mentioned, reach out to us at wingamm.com, and we're happy to answer any questions you have, because I'm sure there's going to be lots of them.
Yeah. We've got 2 more segments coming up tomorrow. So you don't want to miss that. We'll try. And Tony, just thanks again for pulling all this together. And you're going to be have a busy week ahead of
Scott, thank you,
you. Yeah.
really, from all of us. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. And of course, to everyone watching at home,
Yeah.
thank you guys so much for tuning in. We greatly appreciate it.
Yeah. We'll capture some of the questions we didn't address. This has been a marathon. We have over 100 people in here still.
But we're not done. We got tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You want to let everybody know what?
Well, I
Oh,
got
you got your mic already.
Yeah, so we're going to do 5 things that make Wingamm different, and one thing I think they can do differently, because we've got to be fair, right?
I mean, we could have
And-
done 30 things that Wingamm does differently, but we're
I
just
mean, I
keeping it to
know.
5.
Yeah, and then kind of the Wingamm thing. So so why get involved with Wingamm from a dealership perspective? Talk a little about the order process, kind of the Wingamm, your legacy, right into the future. I mean, it's really an amazing story. And we might even do something at the end of the show, like come back on Sunday and just do a wrap, right? Because I think, I mean, just this by itself, I think.
Scott, isn't there one thing you're forgetting?
What?
The VIP dinner that you'll be at.
Oh, geez.
Don't want to forget about the VIP dinner.
Yeah, VIP dinner. Yeah, we do the curtain drop.
Curtain
so
drop.
The VIP dinners, if you have a reservation holder, it's at the Hard Rock, right?
That's right, the Hard Rock Hotel.
In a very quiet space. Then we got our channel roundup here on Saturday. But yeah, we'll be around all week, so it's just been great. So, all right, we can see lots of thumbs up.
Thank you,
Appreciate
everybody.
Thank
Send in
you.
your comments. Watch the upload. If you're not watching them on live, do the comments. We're making a list, and we'll get to those as we go. What's this one say? CEO is a fantastic lady. I agree. She's the best dressed CEO on the lot today.
The best.
Yes.
I know. That's so funny. She's great, right? Unbelievable. All right, folks. Thank you very much.
We agree. Thank you
Peace.
very much.
Cheers, and we'll see you soon. Sorry for my thumb. There we go. Are you sure you want to stop streaming?
No. Yes.
Keep going.
I need a survey, so okay. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.